Ludwig just dropped a video about it. Is that actually true? I'm assuming it's on second channel, right? Okay, that's a good one. Holy shit. Is it on second channel or main channel? It's on main channel? Okay. Let me just, I guess I probably go channels and it's got his main channel here. Yeah, there we go. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. It's for subscribers only. Okay. Let's see if that's going to help. I'll refresh. If was this just an elaborate ploy to get me to subscribe to Ludwig's main channel? Is that really what it was? It was all like, I mean, what is this? Is this one of those like, oh, how, you know, I made a second account to convince somebody, streamer, to sub to my account? Like, is he going to be making a video about this, a 45-minute one again? Okay, we've got the link here. YouTube killed his channel for speaking out. And it's actually a main channel Ludwig video. Here we go.
Welcome back to Mogul Mail. Today we're talking about a topic people have been asking me to cover every single
Wait, he said Mogul Mail. Bro, this is on Ludwig. Who the fuck is Mogul Mail?
Is Quantum TV versus Actman.
I'm glad that he I'm glad he's put his main channel.
Nothing about until just the past couple days, and I've been looking into it, and it's kind of crazy. So let's dive right in. We got two people. The first is Quantum TV. He is a YouTuber who does reviews of movies and video games, but he's mostly known for his TV reviews because he knows the best TV settings.
Not anymore.
Which is why it's Quantum TV and the #1 brand in honesty. Which is a side of YouTube I didn't know existed. YouTube's kind of like Rule 34.
Yeah, Q, by the way, here stands for QAnon.
There's a section for everyone here. He's not necessarily the greatest TV reviewer. This is from the LG OLED subreddit, which says Quantum TV exposed, because he was trying to sell the best settings you can have on a TV, but you can find better settings for free. I didn't know you could change the settings on a TV to make it look better. I own an LG OLED. I feel stupid if you're part of this subreddit. Hey, shoot me a DM at Ludwig Ogren on Twitter. Anyway, that's Quantum TV. The other person in this is the Actman, who is like a general commentary YouTuber, maybe like an old school H3H3 style. And he made a video about the worst Elden Ring hot takes, and it pulled up a bunch of them.
I love always going back to the fact that all of this came out of an Elden Ring review. It's always important to remind people and contextualize this was because of an Elden Ring review.
Mostly pulled up one of Quantum TV's, and he introed it by talking about another YouTuber, Mischief, who's a 17-year-old who made a commentary video about Quantum TV's Elden Ring review, which apparently sucked. And Quantum TV, in response to that, to the 17-year-old making that video, tried to copyright strike the 17-year-old for making a commentary video about it.
Of course he did. I wonder if this drama, by the time that it's over, I will have gotten more content out of it than Elden Ring itself, you know, per hours spent on stream.
And this is what Actman said about it.
But it's real scary if you're a small content creator and you're just being threatened with copyright strikes. It's such like a dick move to do, so give that guy some support.
Well, you know, maybe it's not just small YouTubers. That's a bit of a bad omen. Well, he also got copyright striked. But in his defense, or in his favor, I guess,
it was overturned.
The Actman's copyright strike didn't go through. Quantum TV tried to take down his video, failed, and the Actman said, "Get fucked, nerd." And you know, that would normally be the end of it. But then the Actman made a video about copyright abuse on YouTube featuring Quantum TV.
We saw this one.
Which is a 30-minute video about how Quantum TV shouldn't be falsely copyright striking people and how it's a major problem on YouTube, which it is.
Which contains a lot of stolen footage, and which, by the way, I'll look into my options around getting that taken down.
Any further attempts to falsely copyright strike my channel will be met with a counter lawsuit in which I will clean you out.
So, you know, that...
To be fair, he never copyright struck him again.
That sparked a little something in Quantum TV and started a bit of a feud, a beef of sorts. And Quantum TV started to threaten Actman's family, doxing them. He said, "We wouldn't want families to get hurt or involved in this." Real mafia talk, you know?
Yeah,
like, hey,
100%.
It would be such a shame if somebody were to enter this establishment. You know, that type of vibe.
Yeah.
And also sent an email to Actman's mom that said, "Kelly, you're under serious law enforcement investigation." Not a joke, not a scare tactic. definitely is a scare tactic. And even went as far as saying in a Discord, I wish the most painful death on everyone involved in this massive smear campaign, which I would say is a threat. Now, Actman,
I would also extend that the threat is clearly implicating his parents. That's a lot. Most painful death, everybody involved in mass. That's a lot. I mean, guys, holy shit.
and in response to that,
this is the guy, by the way, who's not getting banned. Keep that in mind. YouTube has not banned him.
went to YouTube and he said, hey, I have a YouTube creator who is threatening me. Can we take care of this? Because I don't like him. He is threatening me. And YouTube said, nar.
Nah.
With a little better language than that. But the verdict from YouTube...
A little better. Keep that in mind. A little better.
Was no. We do not believe that that he has done this hate that you are speaking of. I understand the urgency. We reviewed the YouTube links and we didn't find any violations of the community guidelines. You know, maybe that should be the end of it. Okay, we tried to take this guy down. It didn't work. But then Actman's video, one of them, got taken down for nudity and sexual content.
Yeah.
Now, he did have a cucumber joke in it that was sexually explicit, but feels a bit tame, especially thinking back to what I've done in the past. And then he got a...
Yeah, it was not that bad. Like a cucumber, I can see... I'm going to go out on a limb here, guys. And I'm going to say that it's fair for YouTube to require Actman to remove the part where Quantum TV has the cucumber in his mouth. I actually think that's fair. I do. And the reason why I think that it's fair is that if you did that to a girl, everybody would say that's fucked up. So if you, it's unironically a double standard. People are saying it's okay because they're assuming that he's not gay. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's not. I think that's fair. Joke is a
second.
I understand the joke. It was the thumbnail was a joke. That's why I don't think you should get in trouble for it. I just think that YouTube should have told him to stop doing it. I didn't say they should have banned him. I said I think it's reasonable that YouTube could have asked him to get rid of it
on his Cyberpunk video, and it got age restricted. Now, these really hurt the chances for videos to do well when they get demonetized and age restricted.
Big true, so real.
It happened a third time in about the span of an hour, and all of a sudden, Actman was facing his entire channel getting demonetized.
Yep.
Every video he would upload wouldn't be monetized. He wouldn't be able to make money on his YouTube channel anymore. He'd be removed from the partner program.
Yes.
And then it happened. His video actually got demonetized.
We'll watch the Quantum
YouTube
video
replied to this and said, hey, you broke community guidelines. You threatened to dox the family of YouTube employees and creators.
Yeah.
We don't take these decisions lightly. Look, you fucked up. To Actman, the guy who was originally trying to get Quantum to suffer the same thing that he is now suffering.
Exactly, yeah. So it's like, it only matters when it happens to us. We don't care about doxing even whenever it's... Because, like, the thing is, like, about calling his mom is that there's no question that it happened. You see what I'm saying? There's nobody saying, like, this is not hearsay. He literally just admitted that it happened. Quantum dox people got off scot-free, what the fuck? That's what I've been saying!
And this is what Actman did.
He should have... It's too bad Quantum didn't just joke about it, because if he did, he would have got banned. At
least from Actman's context, take it with a grain of salt. But he's showing off that he tweeted out jokey threats to YouTube, pretending to be a Quantum TV type character.
Which was a mistake.
Like this, feeling spontaneous, might use my YouTube channel to promote hate speech that advocates for violence against protected groups. Because that's something that Quantum TV did. Yeah. And he's joking that, well, YouTube allowed it when Quantum did it, so why don't I do it? Feeling cute.
It was very obvious.
Copyright strike some other YouTube channels for funsies. I'm announcing a new series of videos I'll be making on YouTube called Doxing Adventures with Actman. I'll be doxing and harassing family members of YouTube employees and other content creators. Now, I think this was dumb. Obviously.
It was obviously
I don't think there's any question.
Yeah, obviously.
I think it's fine to make jokey jokes about how, oh, YouTube, you're so dumb for not actually stopping this thing that you said you would stop. But you shouldn't then say, oh, no, I'm going to do something really bad to the YouTube people. I think it's poking a bee's hive a little bit too aggressively just because they didn't go with the direction you wanted to go in. But
well, I think also the thing is that, and like you saw this, I think that's why like DJ Wheat like popped off about Actman was because of this. And like DJ Wheat worked at Twitch for 10 years. Imagine how many people have threatened DJ Wheat over the years with doxing him because like his name is like public knowledge, right? And like he has kids, I'm pretty sure. He has a family. Like probably hundreds, if not thousands of people. So like whenever he sees a joke like this, it's not a joke to him. Because like this has maybe happened to him in the past, and he might have had to talk to the police. So like, yeah, I mean, I totally understand why he would be really upset about this, but it's still like, I think that any reasonable person can say both of these two things are true, in my opinion. It was stupid to tweet it, but it was obviously a joke. So where does that lie? Like, does that mean that he's really wrong? Does that mean that he's not wrong? I think it's a very big gray area.
I also am very easily able to discern that this is
anyone
satire.
is.
This is clearly not genuine. He doesn't end tweets with ha 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 winky face.
Yeah.
And he's not actually going to make that. Maybe this would actually get some people to do something bad. There's an argument there, but I don't know if I buy it that much. And this is kind of where it leaves off. His entire channel is still demonetized.
Somebody says, why didn't Actman go to the police with that amount of threat? Why don't you ask Natalie, please, on Twitter, why not? Or how about Sweet Anita? Go ask them, and then they'll give you an answer.
There were a bunch of videos about this from other creators. There's even a thread going around, a trend, a hashtag saying, hashtag justice for the Actman. But it stands where his channel is fully demonetized for the threats that he made against YouTube staff. Now, look, I don't think any platform is great at equally dispersing the punishments based off the guideline that they wrote for themselves.
Yeah, they wrote their own. I hope, obviously, like Ludwig, it seems like he's not going to cover this in a video. I would really like Ludwig to look at some of the. I hope Actman provides a link somewhere to that long video for a lot of the people that are covering the story, because there's going to be a lot of people now that are talking about this. And I think it's really important for those people to actually have the evidence that he provided. Because, in my opinion, if you went through the whole 50-minute video and you still thought this guy's good, I mean, I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? Like, it's still up in your Twitch archives? Well, what I mean is, like, I'm sure he still has the video up, too. He should post it. Could you interview YouTube CEO, maybe? I think that if anybody would do that, it'd be Ludwig. He's already got a relationship with her. So anyway, so what I mean is that it's very important to make sure people have this evidence, because, like, Ludwig is oversimplifying it, and it's not his fault. And he doesn't do long videos like I do, where I talk for 3.5 hours about something that happened 2 years ago. So, like, obviously, this isn't the same kind of thing. But, like, if he saw all of the evidence that I've seen, I think that this video would be a lot more one-sided. Like the Actman, the doxing thing, the YouTube doxing thing would be like a footnote.
Say these are the things that are not allowed. If one person breaks it and another person doesn't, they're treated differently. Yeah. Every situation is treated differently, even if people are doing the same exact wrong thing. It doesn't make sense to me that Actman's channel will get demonetized, but Quantum TV's wouldn't. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. I think it's kind of a fuck up on YouTube's part. I hope it gets reversed, to be honest.
I hope Ludwig actually looks into it and sees some of the other evidence. I really do, because I know that I think I do. How well do I know Ludwig? Kind of, right? I'm not like super close with him. I've talked to him maybe like a half a dozen times. I like the guy. It seems like he kind of likes me. And so, you know, we have a mutual respect, but like, I wouldn't say we're like close friends. But I feel like I know that he will probably come to the same conclusion that I did whenever I saw all the evidence.
I hate that the only way that we're able to reverse things when corporations do something wrong, though, is just by making a giant stink about it.
Yeah, it's annoying.
It just feels silly to me. You know what I mean? That the only real power we have is, hey, why don't we all make a giant stink about this one thing? When in reality, this is probably happening to hundreds of creators on YouTube, or maybe hundreds of streamers on Twitch, people who are doing these same infractions that maybe Actman did, but it will never get reversed for them. It will only get reversed for the big guy whose story is hot right now, who all the creators are covering, and not the little guy who we don't know about. We just don't hear about it, and that could be a huge creator that.
And that's what I was saying is like, imagine somebody had what happened to me happen to them, and their career is done. They're yeeted and deleted. They're done. They've got 30,000 subscribers, and they've got no voice. Nobody cares, and that's all that's going to happen. It's disappointing, man.
They get demotivated from that and never create again, which I think is sad. So anyway, that's it, boys. That's the story of Actman and Quantum. He should definitely get his channel monetized again. It seems a bit silly to me.
feel like this is like the spark notes of the story. It's crazy how deep this thing goes. So like I do hope Ludwig looks into some more of the evidence about it, especially like the shooting stuff. That's a lot.
Even though maybe he said some dumb shit. Look, a little slap on the wrist for that, but clearly he didn't go through with anything, and it was a joke. Of course. So that's my take on it anyway. That's all for now, boys. And by the way, I don't want to make a solo video about this because I don't think it's enough for a video. But Chillin' Dude, who is a Smash commentator and former Smash player and huge pillar of the scene, recently suffered a stroke at like 30 years old, which is crazy. And he has a GoFundMe, which I'm going to link in the description if you guys want to check it out. If you just have a couple bucks, nothing crazy. I donated myself.
Dude, that's so scary.
And the community's really rallied around it.
Fuck,
but I figured at least I would just shout it out a little bit, just because it's really fucking sad.
What really sucks about that too is like a lot of times whenever you have a stroke, you lose a lot of your motor movements, or sometimes you do. So like I wonder if he'd still even be able to play after this if he can recover. That's fucking awful, man.
He's just nothing but a positive beacon in the scene, and sucks to see that happen to someone who I think's good.
Guys, please stop fucking with this. Like, it's a vaccine. Stop. Like, just stop.
Anyway, that's all. See you later. Goodbye.
Okay, that was a good video. As I said, I think I'm really glad that Ludwig did a video about it. But at the same time, I do really hope that he looks into like some of the more evidence about the guy, right? I mean, like that's what my biggest hope is in general. Is a knee infection. Fuck them for being dumb. I just like I don't want to argue about this. I don't want to deal with it. Like nobody wants to have like their fucking personal tragedy co-opted by some three-head trying to score points for their political team. Just stop it. Servius, thank you very much for 20 gifted subs. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's very obnoxious. And also, I'll link the GoFundMe, okay? And so I'll also do that. I think that's the right thing to do. It fucking sucks to have that happen. So if you guys want to help support this guy, I don't really talk about this a lot. I'm a huge fan of Smash. I love Smash. I played it ever since 2001. Actually, even before that, I played the original, but it was on my cousin's Nintendo 64. Massive, huge supporter of it. I fucking love it. Marthmain for the last 20 years now. And, man, it sucks. I honestly wish I could support it more. I love how the funniest thing about this thumbnail is that it looks like DJ Wheat is almost like an age progression filter on Actman. Like basically the same hair, but it's just grayer. It's like it's almost like before and after Quantum. Holy shit.